I was born in Vallejo, California, raised in Monroe, Louisiana. During the Jim Crow era means segregated, every race to his own self. They had notes of water fountains with color only, white only. The bathrooms demonstrated the same thing. My witness account as a child growing up, not feeling the full impact of segregation, because to me it was so positive for me because it gave me the opportunity to learn family values of our Black heritage, our Black culture, and work ethics of our Black people, starting with my uncle, who had his barbershop attached to our home, red and white and blue barber sign globe on the outside of his barbershop. I got the opportunity to see Black fathers in the home, Black pastors, Black lawyers, and physicians and dentists that were within the neighborhood, within our community, beauty shop owners and Black pharmacy owners and Black clubs. It was just so much that was demonstrated by the Black people that seemed to be empowered by work ethics. They even had a Black pool owner. You know, women wasn't allowed to go into the pool. I went to the Little Flower Academy from the first through the seventh grade, where I learned catechism, which was our subject. I even learned the Hail Mary in Latin. Ave Maria, Gracina plena, Dominus tecum, bene dictat. That's all I remember, folks. I graduated in 1963 from Carroll High School. We had an awesome principal, Henry Carroll, who was very outspoken when it comes to our race. He demanded that we no longer wanted their used books from the white school. He demanded that we have air conditions in every room, every classroom. And guess what? It was granted. We got the air condition, but unfortunately, the absentee grew because everyone was out with colds and sore throat. I was in the choir. I was on the tumbling team and girl chorus. I belonged to the First Baptist Church. If you look in the yellow pages, you'll see it noted. It was two First Baptists in Monroe, Louisiana. In parentheses, they'll tell you white only and colored. So you know you wouldn't make a mistake of coming to their church. It was an awesome ministry. They really were so loud for the young people. People who were retired would invest in the young people. We would go to church all day, Sunday school, to church, BTU, evening service. It was prestigious. We had recitals or drama ministry. We even at South, we were connected to the Southern Baptist Convention, where we would be delegates representing our church. Youth encampment, we all look for as young people because we would spend a week at Grambling College and we would meet people from all over Louisiana, different counties. But however, I always thought being segregated was fine. But once I got in high school, I understood it a little bit more, that we didn't have the freedom to do what we desired to do. We had to know our place. But things suddenly changed. There was a drastic change in Monroe, Louisiana, that devastated it to its core. In 1960, 5 men were gunned down, going after their wages as their boss had requested them to come to their home. And the boss lied and said that they tried to rob him. And he laid knives at their body. 4 died. 1 did survive, but he held a gun on him and made him confess that they were trying to rob him. That was so far from the truth. This man was a future Ku Klux Klanman, which he ended up being the head leader. He never spent any time in jail. As a matter of fact, the man who was a victim, he spent the time in jail. Those days were some terrible days. It was so devastating. People went to rioting. People started doing things. They started pulling down sales of no more this colored only and white only. They started going and integrating into the cafeterias, into various places, in golf courses, into churches, into other major places. Even some of the civil activists, they came to town. The NAACP, which I never heard of, they came to town. Mayor Edgar, who came in as a spokesman, and they would have meetings at the church to push the people where they were no longer, that they would be able to stand and not to give up and take charge of their community, not only their community, of the things that they desire to do as Black people. We would no longer be governed by what they said. We would no longer stay in place. Oh, wow. Those things are so embedded in me, but it's also so much pain from the families who lost their sons and nothing was ever done about it. But God knows. Tragically, Mayor Edgar, he was one of the civil activists. He died. He was killed. He was gunned down for his beliefs. But at the end of it all, we always sang this song at every meeting. We shall overcome. We shall overcome one day. This is the end.